right now, I can't find my tripod, so my camera is balanced on top of one of my feet paws and my backpack and being supported by my Under Armour. Which, if this is an accurate representation of my life right now, I don't know what is. In case anyone thought I was joking, yeah, that's actually what it's balanced on. Hey guys, it's MalibuSkyy, and I just got back from my first convention ever. And that was Biggest Little Fur Con 2017 in Reno, Nevada. And it was just this past weekend, June 1st through the 4th, even though I kind of stayed until the 5th and drove back on the 5th. And whoa, it was overwhelming in the best possible way. And I'm going to try and put it into words and tell you guys about it. So this is going to be me rambling about my whole experience at the con. It's kind of for my own benefit, partly so that I can remember things about the whole convention, because I have a historically really bad memory, and I don't want to forget little details that might slip my mind in the future. And it's also for you guys, because I know a lot of you knew that I was really excited for this convention and want to hear how it went, or maybe want to hear about how conventions kind of go. And yeah, I'll just put some of that out there for you. So to give some background context, when I was first getting into all this furry stuff, and I saw the conventions, I was like, that looks pretty darn cool. And then I'm like, I'm probably never going to be able to go to one. We're south of Oregon, and 4 hours-ish north of San Francisco. So, middle of nowhere. We do have an airport, but it costs way too much to fly out of it. So you'd have to drive down to the Bay Area, and then flights on top of that are expensive. But then I did find out that there are 2 furry conventions that are within driving distance of me. The first is Further Confusion, that's in the Bay Area, San Jose, I think. And that is definitely going to happen. I'm definitely going to go to that. But it's not until somewhere around February. And then there's also BLFC, which is in Reno, Nevada, which should have taken like 7 hours to drive to, but with all the delays, it took me almost 8. But it was still definitely worth it. So I found out about this, and I'm like, that's probably doable. I can do that. So I found out about that about like half a year before it actually started, and since then, it's been the thing that's been keeping me going for a lot of time. I'll be at work and I'll be having a rough day, and I'll just be like, only 4 more weeks until you get to leave for BLFC. Just get through it. You can do it. So this convention really meant a lot to me going into it, and I was just dead set on having a good time, and it turns out that I did. Okay, so I left on Thursday, which is the 1st, and like I said, it took me about 8 hours to drive there because of the way I had to take Highway 299, which any locals will know, it's always closed for some reason, where it's down to 1 lane, and you stop traffic 1 way and let them go, and you stop traffic the other way and let them go, and I was stopped at least 4 times because of that. And also, I have the worst sense of direction. Like, if there's a way to get lost, I will get lost. And my GPS wasn't any help because it sent me in a completely wrong way. So, I was really getting frustrated on the drive and frazzled, and then I finally pull in to Reno, and I can see the hotel. If you guys have seen Reno, the Grand Sierra Resort Casino, which is where BLFC is held, is the biggest building in Reno. You can see it the minute you pass over the ridge and see Reno. It's just glowing there. And I was so happy to see it. And then just as I was about to pull into it, I made a wrong turn and went onto the freeway again. And oh my God, I was literally almost in tears. But somehow I made it back and pulled in and walked into the hotel, and I think I need to put some more backstory in here right now, is that I've only ever seen one fursuit in real life besides Malibu, and that's my friend's. She has a older Twinkie Arts head. It's a really cool suit. But I've only seen like the partial of it in person, and we're both pretty much about the same height and kind of same size heads and all of that. So that I didn't really have much experience with fursuiters and other full fursuiters. So walking into to BLFC was immediately just overwhelming with all these people and all these crowds and all these fursuiters. Like, I can see why people that aren't furries are intimidated when they see these things. The first one that I saw was Fuse Raccoon, who's really cool. I don't have anything against him. Awesome dancer, probably a great guy. But I saw him and I was like, whoa, you are so tall and you're staring at me with these eyes, and I'm honestly intimidated right now. So I was a bit worried that I wouldn't be able to do the convention if I was so worried about that, but I definitely got over that in a couple hours. It was totally fine. It was just a real shock to come off of driving by myself all day and to suddenly just be surrounded by all these people and stuck in this elevator line, which the elevator lines took at least like 5 minutes every time, usually more. Elevator Con 2017. So I was able to bring up 2 of my bags to my room. I didn't even bring my fursuit. I just brought up 2 of my bags to my room. Met my roommates really quick. Called my mom to let them know that to let her know that my roommates were not serial killers or 40-year-old men trying to take advantage of me, because she was worried about that. Bless her heart. And then I went straight down and filmed a video up on the snowy mountains with Kiwi Fox and Fjord Frost, who are both awesome. And I'm sure I don't even have to tell you this, because I'm sure you're already subscribed to them. But go check them out if you haven't already. They're great. And that video, that was an amazing experience. Just what a way to start up a con, just to get to the hotel and then immediately back up a mountain to go find snow in June, which Reno had. It had it in spades. And the videos turn out really awesome. I don't think it'll be up by the point that this is up, but when it is, I'll link it and I'll share it on Twitter, and I'm sure you guys will see it anyway, because once again, hit that bell and subscribe to both of them because they're coolio. Yeah, I got to hang out with both of them during the convention. They're both just really sweet and really inclusive, and I wasn't expecting to be able to hang out with them, so it was really cool. They included me on all this stuff, and it was really sweet. It meant a lot to me, so yeah. So, I'm sorry if the camera keeps moving around because it keeps falling off its precarious little perch. I'm sorry, I'm such a bad YouTuber. I know, but you don't have to tell me. Anyway, so the rest of Thursday, I got registered, had dinner, and then suited up in full suit, and was able to go down and have some fun with that. And yeah, fursuiting in the convention is awesome. You don't have to have a fursuit to go, duh, I'm sure you've heard that many times, but it is really cool to see everyone's so excited to see you, and take pictures of you and with you, and you get to have fun interacting with other fursuiters. It was like nothing I'd ever experienced before, because most of my fursuiting is done alone in front of a camera. Or just with, just a couple friends. That's really all I've ever done. So it was truly awesome. And oh my god, were there so many beautiful suits there. I spent the whole con going, oh, I love that suit, and then, oh, I love that suit, and it was just, oh, it was awesome. There's so many cool people there. And I got to hug so many cool people and take some pictures of cool people and with cool people, and everyone was just really nice. It was just a sweet time. It was just with my people, in a way that I hadn't felt before in a long time. Because this was my absolute first convention. I'd never been to an anime convention or a video game convention or anything. Just because I haven't really been into any of those as much as I've been into Furry. I just haven't felt the need to go experience any of the people or the art in real life. But both Furries, I know I definitely had to, and I know I definitely have to go to more in the future. So like I mentioned, I have a really bad sense of direction. So going into this, I was worried that I was going to get lost all the time and get really overheated in my fursuit and not know where Headless Loungers or my room were. So I did kind of do a whole little scope out before I finally suited up. And it was actually really simple. I know that BLFC is laid out a little differently than other conventions, so it might not be true for all of them, but for this one, you'd pretty much go down from your room, and then there was the casino right there, which you weren't allowed to go to in fursuit. They specified this multiple times, you couldn't go with your head on, but you're allowed to stay on a little tile outside of it. So there'd be people there, and then you go down a hall, and then there's a room with the 2 stages where they had like the dance competition and all the dances and stuff. There was just general stuff that you could do in there, like cardboard boxes they painted like buildings that you could kind of knock over. It was really cool. And then you'd go downstairs, and there was the dealer's den, and kind of that whole hallway down there had more panel rooms. And that was it. That was pretty much everywhere you could go, which was really nice. So anytime that I went out suiting, I just kind of followed that whole path all the way around. And I suited a lot. I think I was in suit more than I was out of suit, just because I was having so much fun with it. Malibu got a really great reception for my first time wearing it at a convention. She's actually been to more cons than I have, because with her old owner, she went to Anthrocon. So it wasn't her first con, but it was mine, and it was my first one with her. And it was awesome how many people recognized me, and how many people said hi to me. It was so cool. Definitely way beyond what I was expecting, and I loved it. So thank you to anyone that came up and hung out with me or said hi to me. I definitely want to meet you at further conventions and meet more of you again. It was really awesome. Most of the time, I really didn't even get that overheated. The first Lenders were great. I think there was 3 of them, and I loved them all, and that was my favorite place to spend time in. It's because the fans felt so good, and the water was so cold. They were awesome. The one time that I did get really hot and angry in fursuit was when we did the big fursuit group photo. So all the fursuiters that were out at BLFC all crammed into one room to take a picture. And there were a lot of us, and they could only fit so many people into the camera lens space. So it took like 15 minutes to make everyone squeeze into the right directions and to get everything done. And you just have a whole room full of people, hot and sweaty and packed shoulder to shoulder with no breathing room. It was painful. I could feel sweat dripping down my whole body, which I never really get in suit. Like, I do sweat, but not that much. And oh my god. That was not fun. It took so long, with everyone getting in the picture. And at one point I was not going to be in it, and I was like, whatever, I don't even care. Just get me out of here. And I'm not even really in the picture. I mean, I'm there, but you can only see like my head, my eyes and my ears a little bit, because the people in front of me were really tall. And it was like, oh, that wasn't even worth it. But oh well. I was in it. I got it done. But at what price? I did try out for the fursuit dance competition. I didn't make it in, which is totally fine by me, because it was my first dance competition, and it was a huge one and a great one. So I didn't really expect to get in. There were over 30 novices that tried out, and only 10 that got in. So those 10 were the best of the best, and you all did awesome. And I know that it would have really completely stressed me out to actually be up on that stage. So I was more than happy to be cheering my lungs out on the sideline. Seriously, my throat still hurts from that. From all the cheering and the clapping, because you were all just so good. But yeah, so many people were so sweet, saying that they saw my routine and that I did a good job, and they want me to come back and do another one in the future. So I'm definitely going to be back. Don't worry about that. I'm going to try it out again. And so you can look out for me. I'm coming back for you, BLFC. Yeah, I think one of the sweetest interactions I had was with Red, who got first place novice this year. Great job, buddy. And he came up to me to make a special point just as we were randomly out in the hallways, just to tell me that he really enjoyed it. And that was so sweet, because I would never have had the courage to go up to him and ask him anything or to tell him anything. So the fact that he came up to me was so sweet, and I definitely appreciate anyone that did that. Because I do have a thing where I really hate to think that I'm bothering people, so I'm never the one to make the first move. It really stresses me out. But I do love it when people are able to interact with me. I love interacting with people. I'm just really bad. I'm working on it, but I'm just really bad at making that first step towards interaction. So, yeah, if you ever see me, if you ever want to talk to me, definitely do it. I'm definitely going to appreciate it, but I might not do it to you first. Okay, let's see. This is definitely getting too rambly. The raves were really fun. They had those every night with all the flashing lights and the music. And the first time I was there, it really overwhelmed me because I couldn't see, I couldn't really hear, and I was so hot, and it was like, why I even do this? But by the last night, I kind of realized how cool it is just to take it all in, let it surround you, and just move to it. And I got to get up on the stage and dance and do a whole conga line. and it was awesome. So yeah, I'm definitely going to attend more raves in the future. In fursuit, probably. I don't know if I'm ready to do it without a suit yet. I actually hate dancing without a suit. Just as a side note, I'm really not a fan. I can't do it very well. Not that I dance very well in suit, but I really can't dance out of suit. I also got to try the fursuit go-karting, which is a free thing at BLFC. If you have any kind of registration, you don't have to have a fursuit. If you're registered, you have free go-karting, which was so fun. Once again, I couldn't really see anything. I just kind of hit the gas and just went, and it was really cool. I only did it in partial, just my hands and my head. But next year, if I go, I definitely want to try it in full suit, because I think I'm ready to just take some lives and just veer around that track. See if I can drive on these big old feet. Feet. My feet are so dirty. My whole suit is dirty. Don't even look at me. One of my, oddly enough, one of my favorite things about the con was interacting with the random people, the random hotel guests, the hotel staff, the kids, the random drunk people. Drunk people love Malibu, I think, because she's brightly colored and she also has the name of an alcohol. But yeah, they were really excited to see her. Kids are really excited to see her. It makes me really look forward to doing public suiting around here, around kids, because they do love all the bright colors and the happy face, and it's really fun to suit around kids. Really sweet, really pure. And yeah, the random hotel staff were so sweet, and the random people that wanted to take pictures with us were awesome. I loved it. I also had a really fun time handing out all of my lays. I think I only have like 2 left. And yes, before you say it, I've heard all the jokes about how people got laid by MalibuSkyy. Ha! Believe me, that was the only kind of laying I did at that convention. Anyway, it was really cool to see people wearing them around and to see people so happy to get them. And yeah, it was just a really fun little thing to do. And if I drive to future cons, I definitely want to do more of it, because it was just a cute thing. Yeah. So I'm going to try and wrap this up here by just talking about how absolutely overwhelming to the senses the convention was. Just with all the fursuiters and the music and everything. And the fact that I was in suit a lot and couldn't see very well, couldn't hear very well. The whole convention, I was just kind of lightheaded, not really in a sick way, but just in like a, whoa, this is a crazy world thing. And even now, because I just had to be thrown straight back into normal society and into my job and into my home, it kind of just feels like a weird fever dream. Like, did that even happen? What even was that weekend? Because it was just so different, but it was so good. I have pretty much nothing but fond memories of that convention. It was an awesome time, and I met so many awesome people. You all know who you are. I don't have to name all of you because I don't really have the time. My camera's running out of battery. But yeah, everyone was just so sweet and awesome, and I can't wait to do it again. So I'm going to really try hard to make it to BLFC next year. It's going to be a kind of inconvenient weekend. It's Mother's Day weekend, which is obviously when my family likes to get together. And also, I'm going to be in college at that point, and I know that finals are around there, so it might be tricky timing, but I'm going to do my absolute best to go, because I've had a blast at this con. And yeah, to finish this off, I just want to just thank everyone that made this convention such an amazing experience. This was definitely the most personal connection I've had with people since my internship in Mexico, which was a couple months ago, like four months ago, more than that. So yeah, I saw a lot of humanity from people in animal costumes, and it was just absolutely amazing, and I love all of you. You're all an amazing, supportive group of people, and I'm so happy to have found this in my life. Yeah. Okay, I love all of you so much, and I am just so hyped to be part of this fandom and to experience more of it in the future, and I can't wait to see what the years bring. All right. Love you. Bye.